Colors of South Korea are associated with the 5 directions and elements. Blue represents wood, red is fire, yellow for earth, white for metal, and black for water. Red and black play a significant part in the history of Korea, while black is associated with balance and red is associated with passion and support. South Koreans wear red to show support for the people. Colors still play a significant part in South Korea today, including interior design and architecture. For example, bonchon chicken uses colors like black and red that represents mastery and appetite in their food display, while Pite's Coffee uses yellow, which represents casualty catered from the younger crowd. Nature Republic, a popular Korean cosmetic brand, uses green as a primary interior color. Green in Korea also symbolizes pureness and freshness, which is the slogan of Nature Republic. Being equally important as it is in South Korea, the color red runs in every Spanish designer's blood. It is a strong visual identity of the country. It symbolizes bravery and strength. The red color is also heavily influenced by the design culture in Spain. Take example the flamenco dance. Flamenco originated in the southern regions of Spain, but it's thought to be influenced by many world cultures, including Latin American, Cuban, and Jewish traditions. Almost all design agencies throughout the country have heavy use of eye-catching colors, mostly red. The use of red doesn't follow a set of rules. It serves as a prominent design element in Spanish design culture. Aside of that, Spanish design also adapts bright color palettes in their design, which is influenced by the surrounding architecture and the city they live in. Korean graphic design exemplifies a fresh, clean approach that favors striking visual imagery over an abundance of text, including experimental typography to evoke both texture and movement. Korean graphic design also uses a white color scheme of red and black, which is in turn associated with traditional colors. Other than typography, graphic designs are also featured with minimalism. For example, the Korean designer and illustrator Seung Min uses both typography and space in his graphic works. He also recounts on how he selects colors that ignites texture, such as his hanbok illustrations, which brings about the sense of serenity and space. And his logo designs, which carefully curates a blend of space and text to symbolize balance and expansion, both of which plays an important part of balance to create an eye-catching design. When a design has balance, it delivers an aesthetically pleasing and fresh design favored in South Korea. On the contrary, Spanish designers have a more keen eye for details. Fonts are often created from scratch to add vibe to the brand. They apply textures as design elements using meaningful material and elements. For example, the branding for a restaurant, a designer created font with rice texture because rice is a crucial element in the dishes. This way, they create a special and certain feel to the brand, a visual interest that conveys the message to the target audience. The fonts that they use are mostly bold type, but not weight-wise. They are type-centric, which means placing the font in the front and center. In some cases, decorative type is preferred to create an expressive and the right feel. Lines, geometric shapes, and dots are often found in Spanish design as a prominent design element, along with the background of bright colors. Korean pop culture, or simply K-pop, has long been the dominance of Korean culture. Ever since the Hallyu wave, K-pop culture has influenced the way of South Koreans, including beauty, fashion, and architecture. South Korea's beauty has long evolved and has been on the constant track of reconstructive surgery. The mad end for fashion demands and including architecture, where a Sai worship statue was actually constructed. Fashion and beauty has also greatly gravitated to K-pop, where either look and style are greatly favored. These measures are often achieved through cosmetic surgery and usage of makeup to high fashion demands. It is not unusual to go for double eyelid surgery or enhancement of looks. In South Korea, beauty is considered an asset, and one will go through anything to become beautiful in the face of society. Down to the interior, for example, Style Nanda, a popular fashion brand who uses pink colors and a cutesy clothing line, a courtesy of K-pop, differs much from Nature Republic's traditional colors and deliverance of message. The iconic Sai statue also symbolizes how much influence K-pop has, differing from Korea's traditional Hanok and Oriental roots, making South Korea a largely pop culture influenced country. Spain is a unique country for its rich synergy between fashion and art. Designers with lasting legacies like Coco Chanel and Cristobal Balenciaga found inspiration in the works of artists who broke boundaries through the creative liberation they had as Spaniards. Cristobal Balenciaga studied Baroque Spanish painters, which inspired his primary collection in Paris when he unveiled the Infanta dress from Las Meninas, painting by Diego Velázquez. He was also influenced by the art of Spanish royal court painter Francisco de Zubarán and artist Francisco de Goya. The famous Spanish painter Pablo Picasso worked with designer Coco Chanel in 1924 for a groundbreaking collaboration. The Italian fashion designer Elsa Schiaparelli was inspired by the work from the father of surrealism, Salvador Dali, in the 1920s. In 1937, the pair designed a lobster dress, inspired by Dali's dream of New York Man and the Lobster. Antoni Gaudí has helped Spanish architecture to worldwide fame and reputation. Antoni Gaudí is best known for pioneering the modernism movement in the 19th and 20th century. His design style is influenced by his love for nature, and he applies it in his work through the use of heavily symbolic statues and structural forms. From 1915 and his death in 1926, Gaudí devoted his life to the Sagrada Familia. Although the construction of the Sagrada Familia began in 1882, it is still unfinished. It is predicted that the Sagrada Familia will be completed by 2026, which will be marked 100 years after the death of Antoni Gaudí. Gaudí said that color was the expression of life, which is why he decided to make its presence felt in the Sagrada Familia. This belief runs in the current Spanish design and style. Gaudí is also a great craftsperson. He designed all the elements in the interior space, such as ceramics, sculptures, mosaic, and stained glass windows. His forms were always organic, curved and into the building. Gaudí's work still influence the present architecture. Santiago Calvatara, Spanish architect, has been known to adapt Gaudí's organic shape design style when Calvatara designed the Palace of Art and Sciences.
안녕하세요. 저는 한국에서 프리랜스 그래픽 디자인을 하고 있는 조성민이라고 합니다. Hey everyone from NAFA. I am Sung, a graphic designer and illustrator from South Korea. I think the design culture in Korea is finding a very good middle ground that I feel is very explosive, as new and smaller indie businesses are definitely coming more out of their works and are more frequently seen, which is quite good for design too. But also because I think traditional Korean art styles are making a presence in design culture, and people are starting to share these and make people more aware of the style and have that identity of Korea. And so it's definitely an idea that's spreading, and for me that's great, because that's kind of how I wish and hope for the future of Korean designing.